On March 7, 2017, the Mexican police received a distress call from a neighborhood that there's been a gas leakage somewhere, where these police people had to rush to that neighborhood. Upon getting to the neighborhood, the exact door, the exact house where the leakage was, it was locked. And this door happened to belong to a lady called Annabel Lopez Gomez. The police tried to locate Annabel, but it was said that she had gone to the roadside to sell a special Mexican delicacy called tamale. So these police people had to break into Annabel's house in order to bring down this gas leakage. Upon breaking the door and getting into Annabel's room, what the police saw will bring shivers down your spine. This is Twisted True Crime. Tamale is a traditional Mexican dish which is being made using corn dough and also being filled with meat, cheese and beans, wrapped and cooked in corn husk. This is the special Mexican delicacy which Annabel Gomez sold. It is said that her tamale was the best in the neighborhood. She sold it at the subway, train station and metro mass station. Annabel's tamales dish was the best. People came far and near to buy. Some would buy, purchase and go and come and buy again. Some bought for their family and loved ones. It was said that she had amassed a lot of customers due to this her delicious tamale. Annabel is a lady in her late 50s and she's been known around that area that she has the best tamale. Annabel had no criminal record and it is said that her tamale was the best and it was very delicious in that area. It's been said that Annabel has been in this tamale business for quite some time now and she has made some quite money for herself. But due to unforeseen circumstances, Annabel had to use the money that she used to purchase the meat in order to fill the tamale. She had to use it for a project, something which was very important at that moment. So Annabel was drawn back. She wasn't into the tamale business for some time because she didn't have money to purchase the meat which she used to fill the sweet, juicy tamale dish. So one evening, around 4 thereabout, Annabel chanced on a little girl with a backpack which had her parents' names written at the back and her parents' number. So then Annabel asked this little girl that she should follow her home so that she's going to use her telephone to call her parents so that they could come for her. So when Annabel took this little girl home, there and there she heard a voice in her head. She had wanted to make the call, then she heard a voice in her head telling her that Annabel, you don't have money to buy the meat for this your tamale dish. Don't you think that this little girl is the perfect meat for you to use? She tried to ignore the voice in her head. The voice kept hammering on her mind, kept hammering that Annabel, you don't have money. Your tamale business is running down. This is the perfect meat you can use for this your tamale business. She tried to shield the voice back into her brain, but yet still the voice was still coming and persisting. So Annabel did the unthinkable. Annabel had to sacrifice this little girl to use to prepare this her sweet, delicious tamale dish. She skinned all the meat off the little girl's body in order to use for this tamale business. So that was the first time she made a first kill. The first kill was that little girl. When she got caught, it was said that she had used up to 50 ladies to do this tamale business. So when she skinned this little girl's body part to do this business, then the business started booming. Her coming back, people really enjoyed this one more than the before one she was doing. People didn't really know the ingredients that she used this time. The main meat, the main delicacy she used, people didn't know. They were buying, people were purchasing, far and near came. They were purchasing Annabel's delicious delicacy. They were all on her. She had so many customers that she didn't even have hands to serve them all. So she had this gas in her house which she was using before, but because of when she ran out of business, she couldn't fix it. So she just fixed it recently due to the increase in her customers base and increase in the purchase of the tamale. She had to fix this gas. Upon fixing this gas, probably the people who were fixing it didn't fix it well. So when she went to town, the train stations and the subways to sell her tamale dish, she had a call from her neighbors that her place had some gas leakage. So she prompted her neighbors not to call the authorities, and she would come early, come as soon as possible to come and rectify this issue. But the neighbors were also scared that no, this is a gas ticket issue. It may turn out to be something else, so we need to call the authorities. So that was when the authorities were involved in this case, when they came in and they broke into Annabelle's house. That is where they saw things, grotesque things. They saw a little girl that they have stripped off all her meat from her body. That is the picture right there. They stripped off all her meat from her body. Then the police, and they saw other things, blood and other human parts scattered around her fridge and everything. That is when the police had to go fast and had to apprehend Annabelle. They had to call all teams to make sure that she wouldn't escape. But already the neighbors had called her that there's a leakage in the house, so she knew that there were some skeletons in the closet, which she didn't dispose of and which would bring so much trouble for her. So they had to send out teams to go grab and catch Annabelle. So when they caught Annabelle and sent her to the police station, and they were asking her how this happened and how come there's bone in her house, a little girl's bones and all of that. All she could tell the police was she's not feeling bashful, she's not feeling any regret. But the only regret she's feeling is that she was being caught. That she should not have been caught. And that is the only regret she feels. Looking at Annabelle's record, they said she has no criminal record. She's a good woman. She lived alone and she didn't have any argument or any fights with anybody in the neighborhood. This is to tell you that humans can wait in a matter of seconds. You don't have to trust anybody. And I also believe that when Annabelle did her first killing, which was March 7, 2017, she had no remorse for human life anymore. So from that time, she was just blank, like she was just some kind of demonic possessed human being. That she actually had to kill up to 50 women and use their body parts to prepare food to sell to people. That is top-notch evil. Like, that is so evil. Let me know under the comment section that if it were you at that moment and you were eating this delicious Mexican delicacy and all of a sudden it's spread out that Annabelle has been caught and they found bones and body parts in her apartment, and it turns out that she used that human body parts to prepare that food you were eating at that moment. Let me know under the comment section what you do. If you'd at that moment faint, or the one that is left in your mouth you swallow, or you bring them out, you blow chunks, or whatever you do. Let me know under the comment section. This is Twisted True Crime.